Welcome back, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and uncover the hidden treasures that have captivated collectors for decades. Today, we are diving into the world of United Kingdom one-penny coins, focusing on the 15 most valuable specimens that have stood the test of time. While the one-penny may seem like an ordinary coin used for everyday transactions, certain issues from different years, mints, and conditions have become highly prized by collectors, fetching impressive sums at auctions worldwide. In this video, we will examine their history, unique features, rarity, market value, and provide essential tips for collectors who aspire to own these numismatic gems. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom one-penny dated 1918, a historic coin that stands out even in circulated condition with its deep black toning and unmistakable early 20th century character. Although it was once a humble everyday coin, the 1918 penny has evolved into a highly desirable collector's piece, admired for its age, history, visual presence, and sustained auction demand. Today, this coin represents far more than one penny. It represents a tangible link to a defining era in British history and a growing opportunity in the international coin market. The 1918 United Kingdom one penny was struck during one of the most significant periods in modern history, at the very end of the First World War. Issued under the reign of King George V, this coin circulated at a time when Britain was undergoing social, economic, and political transformation. Wartime pressures had affected daily life, industry, and even coin production, making coins from this period particularly meaningful to collectors. Each 1918 penny passed through the hands of citizens rebuilding their lives after years of conflict, embedding real historical experience into the metal itself. This powerful historical context elevates the coin's importance and ensures lasting collector interest across generations. The 1918 penny is instantly recognizable by its classic British bronze design. The obverse features the dignified portrait of King George V, struck with strong definition and timeless authority. The reverse displays Britannia seated with her trident and shield, a symbol of national resilience and strength, an especially meaningful image for a coin issued at the end of wartime. In circulated examples, the coin often develops a deep black or dark chocolate patina, which many collectors find extremely appealing. This natural aging enhances the coin's character, highlights its originality, and confirms its authenticity. The solid weight, traditional round shape, and bold Victorian-era design language make this penny visually impressive even more than a century after it was minted. While the 1918 penny was produced in significant numbers, survival in collectible condition has steadily declined over time. Coins that show honest circulation where combined with an attractive black patina are particularly sought after, as they reflect true age without damage or alteration. Collectors value circulated examples that retain clear dates, readable legends, and strong design outlines. Demand is driven by both historical collectors and investors who recognize that early George V coinage continues to perform strongly in auctions. The 1918 penny's combination of age, wartime context, and visual appeal places it firmly among high-demand British copper coins, with consistent interest from buyers worldwide. In today's auction market, the United Kingdom one penny 1918 commands impressive values, even in circulated condition. Depending on overall eye appeal, clarity of detail, and depth of natural toning, prices commonly range from approximately $83,000. Well-preserved circulated examples with strong black coloration and balanced work can exceed this range when collector competition is high. As international interest in British pre-decimal coinage continues to grow, prices have shown steady upward momentum, reinforcing the coin's reputation as a reliable and desirable collectible in the global market. Collectors seeking the 1918 penny should focus on originality and visual harmony. Natural black or dark brown toning is highly desirable and should appear even and undisturbed. Clear date visibility, strong portrait outlines, and intact Britannia details significantly enhance appeal. Authenticity and provenance are also important, especially as demand rises. Storing the coin properly in a protective holder will help preserve its surface and color, ensuring it remains attractive for future resale or long-term collection growth. This coin fits perfectly into collections focused on British history, wartime issues, or long-term value appreciation. The United Kingdom one penny 1918 stands as a powerful symbol of history, resilience, and enduring value. Its black-toned circulated appearance tells a story that no modern coin can replicate, while its strong auction performance confirms its place among highly demanded British collectibles. More than a century after its release, this penny continues to attract serious collectors and investors alike. Whether appreciated for its historical significance, classic design, or growing market value in dollars, the 1918 penny remains a remarkable and respected piece in the world of numismatics. Next up, the United Kingdom, one penny dated 1906, preserved in fine condition. At first glance, this coin may appear modest, but within the global collector market, it represents a powerful combination of Edwardian-era craftsmanship, historical depth, and rising demand. The 1906 penny stands as a symbol of stability, tradition, and the enduring appeal of pre-decimal British coinage. For collectors and investors alike, this coin has earned a reputation as a highly desirable asset, commanding strong prices at auction and attracting sustained international interest. We will explore why the 1906 UK one penny in fine condition is considered a rare and valuable coin in today's auction market, and why its value in US dollars continues to attract attention from serious collectors around the world. The United Kingdom one penny of 1906 was minted during the reign of King Edward VII, a period often described as a golden transition between the Victorian age and the modern 20th century. Edward VII ascended the throne in 1901 following the death of Queen Victoria, and his reign marked a time of confidence, refinement, and expanding global influence for the British Empire. Coins struck during this era carry not only monetary value but also immense historical significance, reflecting a nation at the height of its imperial power. The 1906 penny was produced by the Royal Mint in London, an institution renowned for its precision, craftsmanship, and strict quality standards. These pennies were intended for daily circulation across the United Kingdom and the wider empire. Yet over a century later, surviving examples in fine condition are increasingly appreciated as historical artifacts rather than simple currency. The year 1906 itself holds special importance within Edwardian numismatics. By this time, the designs of Edward VII coinage were well established, and minting techniques had reached a level of consistency that produced coins of remarkable clarity and durability. This makes the 1906 penny an ideal representation of Edwardian bronze coinage at its peak. Collectors value this year not only for its aesthetic qualities, but also for its position within a short and highly collectible reign. Edward VII ruled for only 9 years, which means coins bearing his portrait were minted for a relatively limited period compared to other monarchs. As a result, each date within this series, including 1906, carries heightened historical and collector appeal. While the 1906 penny was originally struck in substantial numbers, the true rarity today lies in the survival of well-preserved examples. Coins in fine condition represent an ideal balance between historical circulation and preserved detail, making them particularly desirable to collectors. A fine condition 1906 penny retains strong definition in the king's portrait, readable legends, and a clearly identifiable Britannia on the reverse. These attributes signal a coin that has survived over a century while maintaining its character and integrity. As decades passed, many pennies from this era were lost, melted, heavily worn, or damaged, significantly reducing the number of quality specimens available to the modern market. Collector demand for Edward VII pennies has grown steadily, driven by both historical interest and investment potential. The 1906 date benefits from consistent demand because it sits comfortably within a popular collecting range and is often sought by those assembling complete Edward VII penny sets. Fine condition examples are especially attractive because they offer visual clarity without the extreme price premiums associated with higher grades, making them accessible yet prestigious. This balance fuels competition at auctions, where collectors are willing to pay strong prices to secure reliable, original examples. The result is a market environment in which the 1906 one penny is viewed not as a weak or common coin, but as a cornerstone piece with enduring appeal. In today's international auction market, the United Kingdom one penny 1906 in fine condition commands impressive attention and respectable dollar values. Prices vary depending on eye appeal, originality, and overall surface quality, but strong examples consistently achieve notable results. In recent years, fine condition 1906 pennies have commonly realized values ranging from approximately $72,000, with particularly attractive or well-matched specimens achieving even higher prices when competition is strong. Coins with rich, even patina and sharp remaining detail are especially favored, often exceeding standard estimates. What makes this coin particularly compelling is its upward trend in desirability. As more collectors enter the market and as interest in pre-decimal British coinage expands globally, demand continues to strengthen. American, European, and Asian collectors alike recognize the historical significance and aesthetic appeal of Edward VII bronze pennies. This international interest supports consistent liquidity, meaning owners can confidently buy, hold, and sell these coins within a healthy and active marketplace. When viewed as part of a long-term collecting or investment strategy, the 1906 penny in fine condition stands out as a solid and respected asset with proven value in US dollars. For collectors considering the 1906 United Kingdom 1 penny, focusing on originality and overall presentation is key. Coins that retain their natural surfaces, free from harsh cleaning or artificial enhancement, are the most desirable and command the strongest premiums. A fine condition example should display even wear, balanced coloration, and clear design elements on both sides. Purchasing from reputable dealers or established auction houses helps ensure authenticity and long-term confidence in the investment. Proper storage is equally important, as maintaining stable environmental conditions preserves the coin's appearance and value for future generations. Collectors are encouraged to view the 1906 penny not merely as a single purchase, but as part of a broader appreciation for Edwardian coinage. This coin integrates seamlessly into collections focused on British monarchs, bronze denominations, or early 20th century history. Its manageable size, strong historical narrative, and consistent demand make it a rewarding piece to own and showcase. With patience and informed selection, collectors can secure examples that continue to perform well both aesthetically and financially. The United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1906 in fine condition stands as a powerful testament to British history, craftsmanship, and enduring collector demand. Far from being an ordinary coin, it represents an era of imperial confidence and refined artistry under King Edward VII. Its elegant design, historical significance, and strong presence in today's auction market combine to create a coin that is both emotionally rewarding and financially sound. As values in US dollars remain firm and interest continues to grow, the 1906 penny has secured its place as a highly respected and sought-after collectible. For anyone passionate about rare British coins, this piece is not simply a penny, it is a tangible link to the past and a proven symbol of lasting value in the world of numismatics. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1962, especially those examples found in dirty or circulated condition that still command serious attention in today's auction market. At first glance, this coin may appear modest, worn by time, and marked by decades of handling. Yet beneath that surface lies a powerful combination of history, scarcity, and collector demand. Across global markets, particularly among experienced numismatists, the 1962 British penny has emerged as a coin that continues to generate excitement, strong bidding activity, and impressive dollar values when correctly identified and preserved. This video will take you deep into the background, features, rarity, and modern market strength of this coin, showing exactly why it remains highly desirable and why collectors actively search for it even in less than perfect condition. To truly understand the importance of the 1962 United Kingdom 1 penny, it is essential to place it within its historical context. This coin was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a period marked by significant transformation in British society, industry, and global influence. The early 1960s represented a bridge between post-war Britain and the modern era, and coins from this period were struck in vast quantities for everyday use. However, while the mintage figures appear large on paper, survival rates in collectible condition tell a very different story. The penny of 1962 was produced for circulation, not preservation, and as a result, most examples were heavily used in daily commerce. These coins passed through countless hands, tills, pockets, and purses, accumulating dirt, patina, and surface where that today serves as tangible evidence of their long and active lives. This historical circulation is precisely what gives dirty condition examples their authenticity and appeal, as they represent true working artifacts of Britain's economic history. From a design perspective, the 1962 1 penny is a classic example of British coinage artistry. Struck in bronze, the coin carries a solid, reassuring weight and a warm tone that has aged beautifully over time. The obverse features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, a likeness that many collectors consider one of the most elegant and iconic depictions of the monarch. The portrait reflects confidence, continuity, and national stability, qualities that resonate strongly with collectors today. Even on dirty or circulated examples, the defining lines of the Queen's profile often remain visible, adding to the coin's charm and historical presence. The reverse displays Britannia seated with her trident and shield, a symbol that has represented Britain's strength and maritime heritage for centuries. This design alone ensures that the 1962 penny remains instantly recognizable and emotionally powerful to collectors around the world. What truly elevates the 1962 one penny is the way its physical features interact with age and circulation. Dirt, toning, and surface marks are not viewed as weaknesses by seasoned collectors, but rather as proof of originality and unaltered surfaces. In the numismatic market, originality is a critical factor, and coins that have not been harshly cleaned or artificially altered often command stronger interest. The natural accumulation of dirt within the lettering, around Britannia, and along the rim gives the coin depth and texture that many collectors actively seek. These features help confirm that the coin has remained in its authentic state since leaving the Royal Mint more than 6 decades ago. For collectors who value history over perfection, this natural aging enhances desirability rather than diminishing it. Rarity plays a central role in the collector demand for the 1962 United Kingdom one penny, particularly in honest circulated condition. While millions were struck, far fewer remain today in complete, unaltered form. Over time, countless pennies were melted, discarded, or damaged beyond recognition. Others were cleaned aggressively, stripping them of their natural surfaces and significantly reducing their collector appeal. As a result, genuinely original 1962 pennies, even when dirty, have become increasingly difficult to source. This scarcity is compounded by rising global interest in pre-decimal British coinage, especially from collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia who view these coins as both historical artifacts and alternative investments. The combination of age, survival rate, and international demand has firmly positioned the 1962 penny as a coin of growing importance in the market. Collector demand for this coin continues to strengthen, driven by both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts entering the hobby. Dirty condition examples are often preferred because they tell a story that mint-state coins cannot. Each mark and discoloration represents a moment in time, a transaction, or a chapter in Britain's economic life. Auction records consistently show that original circulated coins attract competitive bidding, particularly when the details remain strong and the coin retains its natural patina. Collectors recognize that such coins are finite in number and that once they enter long-term collections, they rarely return to the open market. This dynamic creates a sense of urgency, fueling demand and supporting higher dollar valuations. In today's auction market, the United Kingdom one penny 1962 has demonstrated notable strength in dollar terms. While values vary depending on detail sharpness, originality, and overall eye appeal, even dirty condition coins can achieve impressive results. In recent years, circulated examples with clear dates, strong Britannia details, and untouched surfaces have sold in the range of $86,000 to significantly higher amounts when accompanied by exceptional patina or provenance. Coins that are certified or presented as part of curated collections often exceed expectations, reflecting the confidence collectors have in this issue. As interest in pre-decimal British bronze continues to rise, market analysts expect steady appreciation, particularly for coins that embody authenticity and history. One of the most compelling aspects of the 1962 penny is its accessibility combined with prestige. Unlike ultra-rare gold coins that are limited to elite buyers, this penny allows collectors at various levels to participate in a historically significant market. This broad appeal strengthens liquidity, ensuring that demand remains consistent across auction platforms and private sales. For collectors who understand the nuances of condition and originality, dirty condition examples represent an opportunity to acquire a highly sought-after coin with strong long-term prospects. This balance between affordability and desirability is a key reason the 1962 penny continues to perform well in dollar-based markets. For collectors looking to add this coin to their portfolio, careful handling and informed evaluation are essential. Preserving the coin's natural state is critical, as any attempt to clean or polish it can permanently reduce its value. Proper storage in a dry, stable environment helps maintain the coin's integrity while allowing its patina to mature naturally. Collectors are encouraged to study genuine examples, familiarize themselves with authentic surfaces, and purchase from reputable sources. By doing so, they not only protect their investment, but also contribute to the preservation of numismatic history. The satisfaction of owning an original, circulated 1962 penny lies in knowing that the coin has survived unchanged through decades of history. As the numismatic community continues to evolve, the United Kingdom one penny 1962 stands as a reminder that value is not defined solely by perfection. Instead, it is shaped by history, authenticity, and sustained collector interest. Dirty condition examples embody all of these qualities, making them powerful symbols of Britain's monetary past. Their growing presence in auctions, increasing dollar valuations, and strong international demand confirm their status as highly collectible coins. This is not a forgotten penny but a recognized and respected issue within the global coin market. The 1962 United Kingdom 1 penny in dirty condition represents far more than a simple piece of bronze. It is a historical artifact, a collector favorite, and a coin that continues to command attention and respect in today's auction market. Its enduring design, authentic circulation wear, and rising demand have firmly secured its place among sought-after British pre-decimal coins. For collectors who appreciate originality and long-term value, this penny offers both historical significance and market confidence. As interest in classic British coinage continues to grow, the 1962 penny remains a shining example of how even the most unassuming coins can achieve remarkable recognition and strong dollar value when history, rarity, and demand align. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1940, examined specifically in very fine condition. At first glance, the 1940 penny may appear modest, but within the world of serious numismatics, it stands as a wartime artifact with lasting prestige, strong collector demand, and consistently impressive market performance. For collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, this coin represents far more than face value. It is a symbol of endurance, national identity, and scarcity shaped by one of the most critical moments in global history. Today, we will explore why the 1940 UK 1 penny in very fine condition continues to attract attention, command respect, and achieve strong dollar values in modern auction markets. The United Kingdom 1 penny of 1940 was struck during one of the most dramatic and transformative periods in British history. Minted at the height of the Second World War, this coin was produced while the nation faced unprecedented challenges, including air raids, rationing, and the mobilization of nearly every aspect of civilian life for the war effort. Despite these pressures, the Royal Mint continued to produce coinage to ensure economic stability and daily commerce, making the 1940 penny a direct product of resilience and continuity. Every surviving example is a tangible reminder of wartime Britain, a period that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. The coin bears the portrait of King George VI, whose reign is closely associated with leadership, unity, and perseverance during the war years. As a result, coins from this era hold exceptional historical gravity, and the 1940 penny occupies a particularly important place because it was issued during a year when Britain stood firm against immense odds. This deep historical context significantly enhances its desirability and long-term value. The 1940 United Kingdom 1 penny displays classic British coin design elements that have earned admiration for generations. Struck in bronze, the coin features the dignified effigy of King George VI on the obverse, designed with refined detail that reflects the craftsmanship standards of the Royal Mint, even during wartime. The king's portrait, facing left, is surrounded by a clean, authoritative legend that reinforces the formal aesthetic of pre-decimal British coinage. On the reverse, the iconic Britannia stands proudly, holding her trident and shield, symbolizing strength, stability, and national identity. In very fine condition, these design elements remain sharply defined, with clear facial details, strong lettering, and well-preserved lines on Britannia's figure. The surfaces often retain an appealing natural patina that collectors find highly attractive, adding character without compromising clarity. This balance between visible circulation and preserved detail is exactly what elevates the very fine grade into a premium category for serious collectors. While the 1940 penny was produced in substantial numbers, surviving examples in genuinely very fine condition are far more selective than raw mintage figures might suggest. Wartime circulation was heavy, and many coins from this period suffered extensive wear, damage, or were lost to melting and attrition over the decades. A 1940 penny that has retained strong detail, even wear, and original surfaces stands out immediately to experienced collectors. Very fine condition represents an ideal intersection of historical authenticity and visual appeal, offering enough circulation to confirm real wartime usage while preserving the coin's defining features. This grade is especially popular among collectors who value originality and character over overly processed or heavily cleaned examples. As a result, demand for high-quality, very fine 1940 pennies remains consistently strong across both UK and international markets. Collectors recognize that these coins are not easily replaced, and competition for well-preserved examples continues to intensify. In today's auction market, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1940 in very fine condition demonstrates impressive and stable performance when priced in US dollars. High-quality examples regularly achieve strong results, particularly when offered through reputable auction houses or accompanied by professional grading. Depending on eye appeal, surface quality, and originality, very fine examples can command values ranging from approximately $84,000, with exceptional specimens achieving even higher prices when demand peaks. Coins with attractive toning, sharp legends, and minimal marks often exceed expectations, especially in competitive bidding environments. What makes this market especially compelling is its international reach, with collectors from Europe, North America, and Asia actively pursuing wartime British coinage. This global demand supports upward price pressure and reinforces the coin's reputation as a solid collectible with enduring value. As interest in World War II artifacts continues to grow, the 1940 penny remains well-positioned for continued strength in dollar-based markets. For collectors seeking to acquire or hold a 1940 UK 1 penny in very fine condition, a focus on originality and visual balance is essential. Coins that display honest wear, strong design clarity, and undisturbed surfaces consistently outperform those with artificial brightness or signs of aggressive cleaning. Storage and preservation are equally important, as proper handling protects both aesthetic appeal and long-term value. Many seasoned collectors view the 1940 penny as an ideal entry point into wartime British numismatics, while more advanced collectors appreciate it as a foundational piece that complements higher-grade or rarer dates. Building a collection around historically significant years adds depth and narrative value, and the 1940 penny fits seamlessly into that strategy. Its affordability relative to its historical importance makes it particularly attractive for collectors who value substance and significance alongside market performance. The United Kingdom 1 penny of 1940 in very fine condition stands as a powerful example of how history, artistry, and market demand converge in numismatics. Far from being an ordinary coin, it is a wartime survivor that carries the story of a nation under pressure and a mint that continued its work against extraordinary circumstances. Its classic design, strong collector appeal, and reliable auction performance in US dollars ensure that it remains firmly in demand. Whether viewed as a historical artifact, a collector's cornerstone, or a strategic addition to a diversified coin portfolio, the 1940 penny commands respect and attention. As global interest in World War II-era collectibles continues to rise, this coin's position in the market remains strong, confident, and future-focused. For collectors who appreciate heritage, authenticity, and enduring value, the 1940 United Kingdom 1 penny in very fine condition is not merely a coin. It is a lasting testament to history and a proven favorite in today's competitive auction landscape. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1935, examined specifically in circulated condition. This copper penny represents far more than everyday currency from the past. It is a tangible link to pre-war Britain, struck during a period of transition, tradition, and enduring craftsmanship. Despite being over 90 years old, the 1935 penny continues to command strong attention in the modern auction market, particularly when well-preserved circulated examples surface. As collector demand increases globally, even circulated specimens are achieving notable dollar values, reinforcing this coin's position as a highly desirable classic within British numismatics. We will explore why the 1935 UK penny remains in demand today, how its history enhances its appeal, and why collectors continue to pursue it with confidence. The 1935 United Kingdom 1 penny was minted during the reign of King George V, one of Britain's most historically significant monarchs. This era marked the final full years of his rule, as King George V passed away in early 1936, making the 1935 penny one of the last pennies issued under his authority. Britain in the mid-1930s was navigating economic recovery following the Great Depression, while simultaneously maintaining its global influence as an empire. Coins struck during this period were produced with exceptional attention to detail and consistency, reflecting the Royal Mint's long-standing reputation for precision and durability. The penny had already been a cornerstone of British currency for centuries, serving as a daily medium of exchange for working families, merchants, and institutions alike. By 1935, the 1 penny coin was deeply embedded in British society, circulating extensively across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. These coins passed through countless hands, witnessing everyday life during a period that would soon give way to global conflict. Because of this heavy circulation, surviving examples in recognizable, evenly worn condition have gained historical and emotional significance. Each circulated 1935 penny tells a story of use, commerce, and continuity, making it especially appealing to collectors who value authenticity and historical presence. The design of the 1935 United Kingdom one penny is one of the most iconic in British numismatic history. On the obverse, the coin features the left-facing portrait of King George V, crowned and dignified, with finely engraved details that reflect the skill of royal mint engravers. Even on circulated examples, the monarch's profile remains distinct, and the surrounding Latin inscription emphasizes authority, stability, and royal tradition. This portrait represents the final mature depiction of King George V on British coinage, adding emotional and historical weight to the piece. The reverse displays the legendary seated Britannia, holding her trident and shield, gazing outward in a symbol of strength, resilience, and maritime dominance. This timeless imagery had been used on British pennies for generations, yet the 1935 strike stands out due to its balanced composition and clear legends. The word penny and the date are boldly positioned, often remaining legible even after decades of circulation. The coin was struck in bronze, giving it a rich, warm tone that deepens beautifully over time. Collectors often value circulated 1935 pennies with natural patina, as this aging enhances character rather than detracts from desirability. The size, weight, and thickness of the penny also contribute to its appeal. Unlike modern lightweight coinage, the 1935 penny has a satisfying presence in hand, reinforcing its perception as a solid historical artifact. These features collectively make the coin visually appealing, tactile, and instantly recognizable, even to those new to collecting. While the 1935 penny was produced in substantial numbers, true collector demand is driven not by mintage figures alone, but by survival quality and market competition. After decades of active use, many examples were lost, damaged, or melted, leaving a smaller pool of attractive circulated specimens available today. Collectors actively seek pennies that show honest circulation, where while retaining strong design elements, smooth surfaces, and appealing color. Coins that meet these criteria are increasingly difficult to source, especially as global interest in British pre-decimal coinage continues to expand. Circulated condition does not diminish the desirability of the 1935 penny. Rather, it enhances its authenticity. Collectors recognize that lightly to moderately circulated coins reflect real historical use, while remaining visually impressive. As a result, demand for high-quality circulated examples remains strong, particularly among collectors who prefer originality over heavily cleaned or altered coins. The competitive nature of auctions further reinforces this demand, as bidders recognize the limited availability of well-preserved, circulated 1935 pennies. This sustained interest has positioned the coin as a reliable and respected collectible within the British penny series. In today's auction market, the United Kingdom one penny 1935 in circulated condition demonstrates consistent strength in US dollar valuations. Depending on eye appeal, surface quality, and overall preservation, circulated examples commonly achieve prices ranging from approximately $72,000, with premium specimens reaching even higher levels when demand is particularly strong. Coins exhibiting smooth wear, balanced toning, and sharp remaining detail tend to perform exceptionally well in both online and live auctions. What is particularly notable is the upward trend in prices over recent years. As more collectors enter the market and existing collectors seek upgrades, competition for quality circulated examples has intensified. International buyers, especially from the United States and Asia, have contributed to increased dollar-denominated values. This global interest underscores the coin's investment potential and reinforces its reputation as a stable, historically significant collectible. The 1935 penny continues to prove that circulated condition does not limit value when demand remains high and supply is finite. For collectors considering the 1935 United Kingdom one penny, focus should always be placed on originality, eye appeal, and authenticity. Coins with natural surfaces, even wear, and undisturbed patina are consistently favored in the market. Purchasing from reputable dealers or established auction houses ensures confidence and long-term satisfaction. Proper storage is equally important, as preserving the coin's surface and color will help maintain and potentially enhance its value over time. Collectors are also encouraged to view the 1935 penny as part of a broader historical narrative rather than an isolated item. When included in a collection of George V coinage or pre-war British pennies, its significance becomes even more pronounced. Patience and education are key, as understanding subtle variations in condition and strike quality allows collectors to make informed decisions. With continued market interest and rising appreciation for classic British bronze coinage, the 1935 penny remains a confident and rewarding addition to any collection. The The United Kingdom 1 penny 1935 in circulated condition stands as a powerful example of how history, craftsmanship, and collector demand intersect to create lasting value. Far from being an ordinary coin, it represents the final years of a historic reign, the enduring symbolism of Britannia, and the everyday lives of people in pre-war Britain. Its continued success in today's auction market highlights the strength of demand and the respect it commands among collectors worldwide. As interest in classic British coinage continues to grow, the 1935 penny remains firmly positioned as a sought-after collectible with strong dollar value and long-term appeal. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or a new collector discovering the beauty of pre-decimal coins, this penny offers history you can hold, value you can measure, and demand you can trust. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1928, presented in fine condition. At first glance, this bronze penny may appear modest. Yet within the numismatic community, it represents far more than everyday currency. It is a tangible link to Britain's interwar period, a coin struck during a time of social change, economic rebuilding, and imperial legacy. In today's auction market, well-preserved examples of the 1928 1 penny have proven that historical significance combined with solid condition can translate into impressive dollar values. This video will explore why this coin remains in high demand, what makes it unique, and why collectors continue to pursue it with confidence and enthusiasm. The 1928 United Kingdom 1 penny was minted during the reign of King George V, one of the most respected and widely collected monarchs in British numismatics. This period followed the aftermath of the First World War, when Britain was reshaping its economy, infrastructure, and global standing. Coinage from this era reflects stability, tradition, and continuity, qualities that resonate strongly with collectors today. The penny had long been a cornerstone of British daily life, and by 1928 it had already become an established symbol of national identity. These coins circulated during a time when Britain's industrial strength and imperial reach were still prominent, making them historically meaningful artifacts rather than mere pocket change. From a minting perspective, the 1928 penny was produced at the Royal Mint using traditional methods that emphasized durability and clarity of design. Each coin was struck in bronze, a metal alloy that not only ensured longevity, but also aged attractively over time. Many of these pennies entered heavy circulation, which makes surviving examples in fine condition particularly appealing. The historical context of the 1928 issue adds depth to its appeal, as collectors value coins that represent both a specific year and a broader narrative in British history. This background alone positions the 1928 1 penny as a coin with enduring relevance and long-term desirability. What truly elevates the 1928 United Kingdom 1 penny is its classic and instantly recognizable design. The obverse features the dignified portrait of King George V, engraved with precision and authority. His crowned effigy reflects stability and tradition, qualities that collectors consistently associate with high-quality British coinage. In fine condition, facial details such as the king's profile, hairlines, and regal expression remain clearly visible, reinforcing the coin's aesthetic strength and visual appeal. The reverse showcases the iconic seated Britannia, a design deeply rooted in British symbolism. Britannia, holding her trident and shield, represents strength, maritime power, and national pride. On fine condition examples, key design elements such as the trident, shield details, and the folds of Britannia's robe remain well defined. The surrounding legends and date are typically clear and legible, adding to the coin's visual balance. The large diameter and solid weight of the penny further enhance its presence, making it a satisfying and impressive piece to hold and display. These features collectively ensure that the 1928 penny stands out not only as a historical artifact, but also as a visually compelling collectible. While the 1928 1 penny was produced for circulation, its true rarity emerges when condition is considered. Coins that have survived nearly a century while retaining fine condition status are increasingly sought after. Fine condition indicates that the coin has experienced circulation but still retains strong design definition, readable legends, and appealing surfaces. This balance between age and preservation is exactly what many collectors seek, as it offers authenticity without excessive wear. Collector demand for the 1928 penny is driven by several factors working together. The popularity of King George V coinage remains consistently high across global markets, particularly in the United States, where British coins from the early 20th century are widely appreciated. Additionally, collectors often aim to complete date runs or type sets, and the 1928 issue is an essential component of these collections. As higher-grade examples become increasingly absorbed into long-term holdings, availability tightens, further strengthening demand. In auctions, fine-condition examples attract confident bidding, reflecting the market's recognition of their enduring value and desirability. In today's active auction environment, the United Kingdom 1 penny 1928 in fine condition demonstrates solid and increasingly impressive performance. Well-preserved fine examples commonly achieve prices ranging from approximately $67,000, depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and surface originality. Coins with exceptional color, strong details, and attractive natural patina frequently exceed these ranges when offered in competitive auctions. In some cases, particularly appealing specimens have realized even higher prices as collectors compete for quality examples. What makes these values especially compelling is the coin's stability in the market. Unlike speculative modern issues, the 1928 penny benefits from decades of established collector interest. Its value is supported by historical significance, consistent demand, and a finite supply of well-preserved examples. As international interest in British pre-decimal coinage continues to grow, many collectors view the 1928 1 penny as both a collectible treasure and a sound numismatic asset. Expressed in dollar terms, its performance clearly demonstrates that even a single penny can carry substantial monetary and historical weight. For collectors considering the 1928 United Kingdom 1 penny, focusing on condition and originality is key. Fine condition examples with clear details, smooth surfaces, and natural coloration tend to perform best in both private sales and public auctions. Coins that show balanced wear without damage or harsh cleaning are particularly desirable, as they retain their historical character and visual integrity. Proper storage in protective holders helps preserve the coin's condition and ensures long-term value retention. Collectors are also encouraged to monitor reputable auction platforms and established dealers, where authenticated examples are regularly offered. Documentation, provenance, and accurate grading all enhance confidence and market appeal. Many experienced collectors view the 1928 penny as an excellent entry point into early 20th century British coinage, while seasoned numismatists appreciate it as a reliable and historically rich addition to advanced collections. With patience and informed selection, this coin can provide both personal satisfaction and lasting value. The United Kingdom 1 penny 1928 in fine condition stands as a powerful example of how history, design, and market demand converge in the world of numismatics. Far more than a simple bronze coin, it represents a significant chapter in Britain's past and a proven performer in today's auction market. Its classic imagery, association with King George V, and strong collector demand ensure that it remains highly sought after across international markets. Expressed in US dollars, its value underscores the reality that age, condition, and historical relevance can transform even the smallest denomination into a meaningful asset. As collectors continue to recognize the importance of well-preserved pre-decimal British coins, the 1928 1 penny maintains its position as a respected and desirable collectible. Whether viewed as a historical artifact, a centerpiece of a date collection, or a strategic numismatic investment, this coin consistently delivers appeal and confidence. If you appreciate coins that combine authenticity, demand, and proven market strength, the 1928 United Kingdom 1 penny in fine condition is unquestionably a coin worth serious attention. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny dated 1945, examined in lightly rusty condition and presented as a rare and highly desirable collector coin in today's auction market. At first glance, this coin may appear humble, but behind its aged surface lies an extraordinary story of post-war Britain, limited survival, and increasing global demand. As collectors around the world continue to seek historically important pennies with authentic circulation character, the 1945 UK 1 penny has emerged as a standout example that commands attention, respect, and strong dollar valuations in modern auctions. To understand why the 1945 1 penny holds such importance, we must first step back into history. The year 1945 marked a defining moment not only for the United Kingdom, but for the entire world. It was the final year of the Second World War, a period that placed immense strain on Britain's economy, industry, and resources. Coin production during this time was focused on necessity rather than abundance, and the Royal Mint operated under significant constraints. Materials were carefully allocated, minting volumes were tightly controlled, and many coins entered heavy circulation immediately upon release. As a result, surviving examples from this year, especially those retaining identifiable features and original surfaces, are now viewed as tangible witnesses to one of the most important chapters in modern British history. The 1945 one penny was struck in bronze, following the long-standing tradition of British copper-based coinage. This alloy gave the coin durability while also allowing it to circulate widely among the public during a time of rationing and economic recovery. What makes lightly rusty examples especially compelling to collectors is that the surface aging reflects genuine wartime circulation rather than later damage. This natural oxidation tells a story of use, survival, and authenticity. In today's numismatic market, collectors increasingly value coins that display honest age while still preserving strong detail, and the 1945 penny fits this preference perfectly. From a design perspective, the 1945 UK one penny carries classic features that define mid-20th century British coinage. The obverse bears the portrait of King George VI, a monarch deeply associated with resilience, leadership, and national unity during wartime. His likeness on the coin symbolizes stability at a time when the country faced unprecedented challenges. The portrait is surrounded by a dignified Latin inscription, reinforcing the continuity of British monarchy even in uncertain times. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins from George VI's reign because they represent a bridge between tradition and modern Britain. The reverse design features Britannia, one of the most enduring symbols in British numismatics. Seated confidently with shield and trident, Britannia represents strength, maritime power, and national pride. On the 1945 penny, this image resonates even more deeply, as it reflects Britain's perseverance and victory at the conclusion of the war. The lettering, date placement, and overall composition of the coin are admired for their balance and clarity, making the design instantly recognizable to collectors worldwide. Even in lightly rusty condition, these design elements remain visible and continue to enhance the coin's appeal. When discussing rarity, it is important to focus not just on mintage figures, but on survival rates. While a significant number of pennies were struck in 1945, far fewer have survived into the present day with identifiable details and authentic surfaces. Decades of circulation, melting, and loss have dramatically reduced the number of available examples. Coins that show natural aging without excessive damage are now seen as increasingly scarce, especially as collectors prioritize originality over artificial restoration. This has elevated the status of lightly rusty 1945 pennies as desirable collector pieces rather than overlooked circulation coins. Collector demand for the 1945 one penny has grown steadily in recent years, driven by renewed interest in wartime coinage and historically meaningful issues. Numismatists are drawn to coins that represent pivotal moments, and the final year of World War II is among the most significant. International buyers, particularly from the United States and Europe, actively seek British coins from this era, adding global competition to the market. This international demand has strengthened auction results and reinforced the coin's reputation as a valuable historical asset. Condition plays a crucial role in shaping collector interest, and lightly rusty examples occupy a unique and increasingly appreciated category. Rather than detracting from value, light surface oxidation often enhances the coin's authenticity and visual character. Collectors recognize that such features are consistent with age and genuine circulation, especially for wartime issues. As long as major design elements remain clear, lightly rusty 1945 pennies are viewed as attractive, honest, and historically intact specimens. This perspective has contributed to stronger bidding activity and rising valuations. In today's auction market, the United Kingdom one penny 1945 has demonstrated impressive performance, particularly when offered with accurate descriptions and professional presentation. Prices in US dollars vary depending on detail, eye appeal, and overall preservation, but high-demand examples frequently achieve results that surprise casual observers. Lightly rusty coins with strong portraits and readable inscriptions often realize values ranging from the equivalent of $77,000 into the low hundreds, with premium examples achieving even higher results when competition is strong. These figures reflect not only the coin's scarcity, but also its growing recognition as a collectible investment. What makes the 1945 penny especially appealing is its accessibility combined with historical weight. Unlike extremely rare gold or silver issues that are out of reach for many collectors, this coin allows enthusiasts to own a genuine piece of wartime history at a relatively attainable entry point. This balance has fueled demand across multiple collecting levels, from beginners building thematic sets to advanced numismatists seeking historically significant bronze issues. As more collectors enter the market, competition for quality examples continues to intensify. For collectors considering adding the 1945 one penny to their collection, understanding its strengths is essential. Authenticity, originality, and historical context should always be prioritized. Coins that have not been aggressively cleaned or altered tend to perform better in the long term and are more respected within the numismatic community. Storage in a stable, dry environment helps preserve the coin's character while allowing its natural patina to remain intact. Proper documentation and, when appropriate, professional grading can further enhance market confidence and resale potential. Collectors are also encouraged to view the 1945 one penny as part of a broader historical narrative rather than an isolated object. Pairing it with other wartime British coins or George VI issues creates a cohesive and meaningful collection that appeals to both historians and investors. As interest in World War II memorabilia continues to grow, coins from this era are increasingly recognized as portable, durable, and culturally significant artifacts. The United Kingdom one penny dated 1945 stands as a powerful symbol of resilience, history, and enduring value. In lightly rusty condition, it offers collectors a genuine connection to the final year of World War II and the everyday lives of people who lived through that transformative period. Its classic design, historical importance, and growing auction performance have positioned it as a highly demanded collectible in today's market. Expressed in dollar terms, its value continues to strengthen as global interest rises and available examples become harder to find. For collectors seeking authenticity, significance, and long-term appeal, the 1945 UK one penny remains a compelling and respected choice, proving that even the smallest coins can carry the weight of history and the promise of enduring value. Next up, we focus on one of the most sought-after pieces in United Kingdom numismatics, the 1921 one penny coin in very fine condition. This small copper coin may appear modest at first glance, but its rarity, historical significance, and striking features make it a prized possession among collectors and investors alike. Over the course of this video, we will delve into the history of the coin, highlight its unique features, discuss its rarity and collector demand, explore its current auction value in dollars, and share tips for those looking to acquire such a remarkable piece. The story of the 1921 UK one penny coin begins in the aftermath of World War I, a period of significant economic and social change for Britain. Minted during the reign of King George V, this coin represents a time when the United Kingdom was transitioning from wartime austerity to peacetime recovery. The 1921 penny is part of the copper coinage that had been issued for decades, yet it holds a special place in numismatic history due to its low mintage numbers and the high attrition rate of surviving specimens. The coin reflects both the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint in the early 20th century and the enduring legacy of George V's coinage, which is highly collectible today. One of the most striking aspects of the 1921 penny is its design and physical features. On the obverse, the coin features a finely detailed portrait of King George V, facing left, with the inscription George's V de Jare, Brit, OMN, Rex Fid, Def, encircling the portrait. This Latin inscription translates to George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, defender of the faith, underscoring the historical and regal significance of the coin. The reverse displays the classic Britannia design, with the seated figure of Britannia holding a trident and shield, a symbol of Britain's naval strength and enduring sovereignty. The background features intricate lines representing waves, while the word one penny and the date, 1921, are prominently displayed. For collectors, the clarity of these details and the preservation of the original copper patina in a very fine condition are what elevate the coin from ordinary circulation money to a rare and valuable collectible. The rarity of the 1921 one penny coin cannot be overstated. Only a limited number were minted, and over the decades, many were lost, damaged, or worn down through everyday circulation. Finding a specimen in very fine condition, where significant details remain visible and the coin exhibits minimal wear, is extraordinarily uncommon. This rarity has driven up demand among collectors, particularly those who specialize in early 20th century British copper coinage. Coins from this era are often sought not only for their aesthetic appeal, but also for their historical value, making the 1921 penny a centerpiece in many private and institutional collections. When it comes to current market value, the 1921 one penny coin commands impressive prices, particularly in very fine condition. Auction records and collector sales indicate that a coin of this quality can fetch anywhere from $84,000 or more, depending on the sharpness of its details and overall eye appeal. Coins with exceptional preservation or provenance can reach even higher prices, particularly in competitive auctions where collectors are willing to pay a premium for rarity and historical significance. This market dynamic makes the 1921 penny not only a fascinating numismatic piece, but also a potentially rewarding investment for savvy collectors who understand its value in dollars. For collectors looking to acquire a 1921 penny, several tips can enhance the experience and ensure a wise purchase. First, it is crucial to assess the coin's condition carefully, as even slight differences in wear can significantly affect its value. Seeking coins certified by reputable grading services can provide confidence in the authenticity and grade of the coin. Additionally, keeping an eye on auction listings, attending coin shows, and networking with experienced numismatists can increase the chances of finding a high-quality specimen at a fair price. Finally, understanding the historical context and significance of the coin will enrich the collecting experience, allowing collectors to appreciate both its beauty and its story. The United Kingdom 1 penny 1921 in very fine condition represents a remarkable intersection of history, artistry, and rarity. From its depiction of King George V and the iconic Britannia to its limited mintage and high collector demand, this coin stands as a testament to Britain's rich numismatic heritage. For collectors and investors alike, owning a 1921 penny is more than simply acquiring a coin. It is securing a tangible piece of history with enduring value in today's market. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or an aspiring collector, the 1921 penny offers an unparalleled opportunity to connect with Britain's past while participating in a vibrant and rewarding collector community. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 1920, a coin that, despite its circulated and worn condition, has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide due to its scarcity and historical relevance. In this video, we will explore the history behind this coin, its distinctive features, its rarity, current auction values, and provide valuable tips for collectors seeking to add such a remarkable piece to their collection. The history of the 1921 penny is deeply intertwined with a period of recovery and change in the United Kingdom. The coin was minted during the reign of King George V, a monarch whose portrait graced the obverse of British coins for over 3 decades. This period followed the end of World War I, and Britain was undergoing significant social and economic transformation. The 1920 penny, part of the broader penny series minted from 1902 to 1936, embodies this era, reflecting both the craftsmanship of early 20th century coinage and the stylistic preferences of the Edwardian and post-war periods. These coins were made primarily of bronze, which over time developed a rich, reddish-brown patina, especially in coins that have circulated, giving each piece a unique character that collectors cherish. Examining the coin's unique features, the obverse of the 1920 penny showcases the effigy of King George V, depicted in a dignified side profile, with the inscription George's VDG Brit. OMN, REX, FD, IND, IMP. This Latin legend, translated, signifies George V by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. The reverse features the iconic seated Britannia, holding a trident and shield, a symbol of Britain's maritime strength and enduring heritage. The intricate detailing of Britannia, even on a worn coin, remains a testament to the exceptional engraving and minting techniques of the time. Subtle variations in the design, such as the positioning of the shield, the shape of the trident, and minor differences in the lettering, can further influence the coin's desirability among collectors, making the 1920 penny not just a piece of currency, but a miniature work of art. When it comes to rarity, the 1920 penny is particularly notable because of its relatively low mintage compared to other pennies of the era. Many of these coins were heavily circulated in everyday transactions, leading to significant wear and, in some cases, damage. As a result, surviving specimens in even fair to good condition are scarce, and those with distinct markings or minimal corrosion are highly prized. Collectors often seek these coins not only for their historical significance, but also for the challenge of acquiring a piece that has survived more than a century of circulation. The combination of limited availability and historical appeal drives substantial demand, especially among enthusiasts of early 20th century British coinage. In terms of current market value, a circulated and worn 1920 UK penny can command impressive prices at auction, often ranging from $78,000 depending on specific condition, provenance, and collector interest. Coins exhibiting unique features, such as sharper details despite wear or unusual toning, can achieve higher prices, reflecting the nuanced assessment collectors make when evaluating these coins. Major numismatic auction houses, online marketplaces, and private sales consistently demonstrate the strong interest in this coin, underscoring its status as a valuable investment for both seasoned collectors and those new to the field of British coins. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1921 penny, there are several tips to consider. First, it is crucial to familiarize oneself with the characteristics of genuine coins from this period, as reproductions and forgeries can occasionally appear in the market. Paying attention to the patina, weight, and subtle design details can help verify authenticity. Additionally, collectors should consider the coin's provenance, as a well-documented history can enhance both its value and desirability. When evaluating worn coins, even slight differences in preservation, such as legibility of inscriptions or clarity of Britannia's features, can have a significant impact on price. Networking with reputable dealers, attending auctions, and joining numismatic societies can provide valuable insight and access to rare specimens that may not be widely advertised. The United Kingdom 1 penny from 1920 represents more than just a piece of copper. It is a tangible link to a transformative period in British history. Its enduring appeal lies in the combination of historical significance, artistic detail, and scarcity, which together create a compelling story for collectors and investors alike. Even in worn and circulated condition, this coin commands respect and attention in the numismatic community, proving that age, history, and rarity can elevate a simple penny into a highly sought-after treasure. For anyone passionate about British coins, the 1920 penny is a remarkable piece to study, appreciate, and potentially acquire, offering both a glimpse into the past and a valuable addition to a carefully curated collection. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the United Kingdom's most intriguing numismatic pieces, the 1931 penny coin. While at first glance it may appear to be a simple, modest coin, its history, rarity, and condition make it a highly sought-after collectible in the auction market today. In this video, we will explore everything you need to know about this coin, from its origins and unique features to its current value in dollars, and tips for collectors looking to add it to their collections. The 1931 penny was minted during the reign of King George V, a period that saw significant developments in British coinage. The coin was part of a series that featured the king's effigy on the obverse, a design that was both regal and detailed, reflecting the meticulous craftsmanship of the royal mint at the time. This was an era marked by economic challenges worldwide, and coins from this period carry not only historical significance, but also a story of resilience and continuity in British currency. The 1930 penny, though modest in denomination, is a symbol of that history, bridging the past to the present for collectors and enthusiasts alike. What makes the 1931 penny coin particularly fascinating are its unique features. On the obverse, you will find the portrait of King George V facing left, with the inscription, Georgievs v de jare, Rex et ind. Amp. This design element remained consistent across pennies of this era, but subtle variations in minting and wear can greatly influence a coin's collectability. The reverse of the coin showcases the iconic Britannia, seated with a trident and shield, symbolizing strength and unity, a motif that has been admired by collectors for decades. When examining a circulated black rusty 1930 penny, the patina and color variations add character and authenticity, telling a story of circulation and the passage of time, which many collectors find appealing. The rarity of the 1930 penny, especially in circulated and black rusty condition, contributes significantly to its desirability. Unlike coins that were produced in larger quantities and remained common, surviving specimens from this year are relatively scarce, particularly those that retain clear details despite signs of wear and oxidation. Collectors often seek these coins to complete their George V penny collections, and the combination of age, historical significance, and the coin's condition creates a high demand in the numismatic community. Even coins in less than perfect condition can fetch impressive prices, proving that rarity and historical context often outweigh appearance alone. When it comes to the current market value, the 1931 penny in circulated black rusty condition has seen strong performance in auctions and private sales. Depending on the degree of wear, clarity of the design, and the extent of the black rust patina, prices can range from approximately $84,000 or more. Coins that show balanced, even toning without corrosion damaging the details tend to attract the highest bids. It is important to note that auction results fluctuate over time, and market trends can shift as more collectors enter the scene or as certain coins become harder to find, further boosting their value. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1931 penny, careful attention to authenticity and condition is essential. It is highly recommended to source coins from reputable dealers or established auction houses to avoid counterfeits or improperly restored specimens. Understanding the nuances of grading and the significance of toning, rust patterns, and overall work can also guide buyers in making informed decisions. Patience is key, as waiting for the right coin in the desired condition can yield substantial rewards both financially and in terms of personal satisfaction as a collector. The United Kingdom 1931 penny in circulated black rusty condition is much more than a simple coin. It is a piece of history, a testament to the artistry of the Royal Mint, and a collectible that continues to captivate enthusiasts around the world. Its rarity, unique features, and strong presence in the auction market make it a fascinating addition to any collection. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer looking to explore the world of rare coins, the 1930 penny offers both historical insight and potential financial value, embodying the enduring allure of British coinage. Next up, the 1944 one penny in fine condition. At first glance, a penny might seem modest and ordinary, but for numismatists, this coin represents a unique glimpse into history, scarcity, and the dynamics of the modern auction market. We will delve into its history, distinctive features, rarity, current value, and essential tips for collectors seeking to secure this remarkable coin. The story of the 1944 UK one penny begins during a pivotal moment in world history. Minted in the midst of the Second World War, this coin was produced under the reign of King George VI, whose portrait graces the obverse. The wartime context brought significant challenges to coin production, including metal shortages and altered minting priorities. As a result, coins from this era were struck in limited quantities compared to pre-war issues. Beyond its monetary purpose, the 1944 one penny serves as a historical artifact, reflecting both the economic conditions and the resilience of Britain during wartime. Collectors prize coins from this period not just for their rarity, but for the story they tell about an era of immense global significance. In terms of design, the 1944 penny carries all the hallmarks of British coinage tradition. The obverse features a detailed portrait of King George VI, facing left, with the legend Georgiev's 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP inscribed around the edge, symbolizing his authority over the British Empire and dominions. The reverse showcases the iconic Britannia-seated figure, holding a trident and shield, with the word one penny prominently displayed beneath her. The intricate detailing of Britannia's robes, the trident, and the shield reflects the craftsmanship of the period, while the coin's copper composition gives it a rich reddish-brown tone, which, over decades, develops the subtle patina that is highly valued by collectors. Even in fine condition, where wear has softened some details, the coin maintains an elegance that appeals to both historians and numismatists alike. What truly elevates the 1944 penny in the eyes of collectors is its rarity and condition. While the coin was minted in reasonable numbers, surviving specimens in fine or better condition are considerably scarce. Many coins from this period were heavily circulated, which makes well-preserved examples highly sought after. Collectors prioritize coins with clear details on the king's portrait, legible inscriptions, and visible features on Britannia. The rarity of such pieces, combined with the historical significance, has resulted in a strong collector demand that continues to grow, making the 1944 penny a cornerstone for serious British coin collections. Turning to the modern auction market, the 1944 one penny has demonstrated impressive value, particularly in fine and higher grades. Recent sales have shown that coins in fine condition can command prices ranging from $63,000, while coins graded very fine or extremely fine can reach significantly higher figures, sometimes exceeding $75,000 or more, depending on provenance and market conditions. The demand for wartime pennies remains steady, fueled by collectors who appreciate both the historical context and the tangible connection to the United Kingdom's past. These auction results highlight not only the coin's monetary value, but also its prestige as a collectible. For collectors interested in acquiring the 1944 penny, several considerations are crucial. First, verifying the coin's authenticity and grade through reputable dealers or professional grading services ensures that buyers are securing genuine and fairly assessed specimens. Second, understanding the nuances of condition is essential. Even minor differences in wear can significantly impact value. Collectors should also monitor auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin fairs to identify well-preserved examples before competition drives prices higher. Patience, research, and attention to detail are key strategies for building a meaningful collection of rare UK pennies. The 1944 United Kingdom one penny in fine condition is far more than a small copper coin. It is a piece of history, a testament to the era of King George VI, and a rare treasure for collectors who value both heritage and market potential. Its scarcity, elegant design, and sustained demand have ensured its position as a highly desirable coin within the numismatic community. For anyone seeking a tangible connection to Britain's past or a valuable addition to a coin collection, the 1944 penny represents an opportunity to own a small, yet significant fragment of history, with both historical prestige and financial potential. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from 1939. At first glance, this coin may seem humble, a simple copper penny once used in everyday transactions, but for collectors and enthusiasts, it represents a unique blend of history, rarity, and enduring value. We will delve deep into its origins, explore its distinct features, examine why it commands interest in the auction market, and provide practical tips for collectors who are considering adding this remarkable coin to their collection. The 1939 penny was minted during the reign of King George VI, a period marked by global upheaval and the looming shadow of the Second World War. George VI ascended to the throne in 1936 following the abdication of his brother Edward VIII, and his reign coincided with some of the most turbulent years in modern history. The coin itself was struck at the Royal Mint in London, continuing a long tradition of British copper coinage. Unlike some other denominations that saw variations in design during this period, the 1939 penny retained the classic design established earlier in the century, reflecting both the stability and continuity of British coinage even amidst international uncertainty. This historical backdrop adds a layer of intrigue and significance for collectors, as each coin serves as a tangible link to a pivotal era in global history. One of the most striking features of the 1939 penny is its design. The obverse showcases the portrait of King George VI facing left, a dignified and detailed representation that conveys both authority and resilience. The inscription, Georgiv 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP surrounds the portrait, a traditional Latin abbreviation meaning George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse features the classic depiction of Britannia seated beside a shield, holding a trident, with a lighthouse-like presence symbolizing Britain's naval strength and enduring identity. The word 1 penny is prominently displayed beneath, along with the date, 1939, engraved clearly at the bottom. Despite its circulated condition, which may include wear, minor scratches, or a soft patina, these features remain discernible, preserving the coin's historical and aesthetic appeal. The rarity of the 1939 penny adds substantially to its allure among collectors. While it was not minted in the extremely limited numbers that characterize some other pre-decimal pennies, surviving specimens in good or collectible condition are less common due to their extensive circulation before copper coins were withdrawn and melted during the mid-20th century. Coins in circulated condition like the 1939 penny often display wear, yet this very circulation can tell a story, reflecting the passage of time and the daily lives of the people who used them. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins from this era that have maintained legible details despite years of handling, creating a balance between scarcity and accessibility in the numismatic market. When it comes to current market value, the 1939 penny in circulated condition has been consistently attracting attention at auctions and private sales. While exact prices can fluctuate depending on wear, patina, and demand, these coins typically command a value ranging from approximately $65,000 for standard circulated specimens. Coins with exceptionally well-preserved details, or those graded higher by professional numismatic services, can fetch even higher amounts, occasionally exceeding $88,000 at specialized auctions. This significant value reflects both the historical importance of the coin and the enduring fascination collectors have with coins from the George VI era, especially as original examples become increasingly rare in everyday circulation. For collectors interested in acquiring the 1939 penny, there are several practical tips to keep in mind. First, it is essential to familiarize yourself with the typical characteristics of genuine coins from this period, including weight, diameter, and design details, to avoid counterfeits. Purchasing from reputable dealers or auction houses is highly recommended, as provenance and certification can substantially impact the coin's market value. Additionally, collectors should carefully assess the condition of circulated coins, noting the clarity of the date, inscriptions, and design elements. Even coins showing signs of wear can hold significant value if they retain these key features, so a keen eye for subtle details is essential when evaluating potential acquisitions. The United Kingdom 1 penny from 1939 in circulated condition is far more than just a small copper coin. It is a tangible connection to a critical period in British and world history, a piece of art in miniature form, and a sought-after item for collectors seeking both historical significance and investment potential. Its enduring value in the auction market, combined with its unique design and historical context, ensures that the 1939 penny remains a prized addition to any coin collection. For enthusiasts of British numismatics, owning this coin is not only about monetary worth, but also about preserving a tangible piece of the past, a silent witness to the events that shaped the modern world. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny coin from 1946. This coin, often overlooked in everyday transactions, has emerged as a prized collectible, especially when found in black rusty condition. Its unique appearance, coupled with historical significance, has made it a sought-after item in auctions and private collections alike, with values that can surprise even seasoned collectors. The history of the 1946 1 penny coin is deeply intertwined with the post-war era in the United Kingdom. Minted shortly after the end of World War II, this coin reflects a period of recovery and transition for Britain. At that time, the Royal Mint was gradually returning to peacetime production, and coinage was being produced with careful attention to metal availability and quality. The 1 penny coin of 1946 is composed primarily of bronze, with a diameter of 30.8 millimeters and a weight of 9.45 grams. Its design remained consistent with the long-standing tradition of the King George VI portrait on the obverse side, while the reverse featured the iconic seated Britannia, holding a trident and shield, symbolizing strength and maritime heritage. One of the defining features of the 1946 1 penny coin is its intricate detailing. Despite being a modest denomination, the craftsmanship is noteworthy. The obverse side showcases a youthful King George VI, facing left, with the inscription Georgievs 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, denoting his royal titles. On the reverse, Britannia sits gracefully, surrounded by the words 1 penny and the date 1946 beneath her. The coin's black rusty condition adds a unique character, often caused by natural oxidation over decades, giving it a dark patina that some collectors find highly desirable. This natural aging process transforms the coin into a visually striking artifact, distinguishing it from more common specimens with standard bronze tones. The rarity of the 1946 1 penny coin is another reason for its high collector demand. While millions were minted during that year, the passage of time, circulation wear, and environmental factors have reduced the number of surviving coins in collectible conditions, especially those with unique black rust. Coins in this condition are often the result of prolonged exposure to moisture and soil, yet they maintain structural integrity and legibility, making them exceptional pieces for numismatists. Collectors value such coins not only for their scarcity, but also for the distinctive aesthetic that black rust imparts, which is difficult to replicate artificially without affecting authenticity. In terms of current market value, a 1946 1 penny coin in black rusty condition can command impressive sums at auctions. Depending on the degree of preservation, clarity of design, and the depth of the black patina, these coins can range from several $70,000. The auction market has seen instances where well-preserved black rusty specimens sell for premium prices, often exceeding the estimates provided by standard numismatic guides. This makes the 1946 1 penny not only a historical artifact, but also a potential investment for collectors seeking rare and visually unique coins. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1946 1 penny in black rusty condition, there are several tips to keep in mind. First, authenticity is paramount. Buyers should seek coins verified by reputable numismatic experts or grading services to avoid counterfeits. Second, condition assessment is crucial, as minor damage or excessive corrosion can significantly affect value. Third, provenance and auction history can enhance desirability, so seeking coins with documented backgrounds is recommended. Finally, understanding market trends and auction timing can help maximize investment potential, as rare coins often reach peak value when demand is high among collectors seeking specific years or conditions. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin of 1946 in black rusty condition represents a captivating intersection of history, rarity, and aesthetic appeal. From its post-war origins to its distinctive design and the unique patina it acquires over time, this coin continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a passionate newcomer, owning such a coin is like holding a tangible piece of British history, with the added excitement of potentially high auction values. For anyone looking to explore the fascinating world of rare coins, The 1946 one penny stands as a remarkable example of how even the humblest denominations can hold extraordinary value. Next up, the United Kingdom one penny from 1938. Despite its humble face value, this coin has achieved considerable recognition among collectors due to its historical significance, distinctive design, and rarity, especially when found in a rusty or worn condition. In this video, we will delve deeply into the history of this coin, examine its unique features, assess its rarity and demand in the collector's market, explore its current auction value in dollars, and offer practical tips for anyone looking to add this piece of history to their collection. The 1938 UK penny was minted during the reign of King George VI, who ascended to the throne in 1936 following the abdication of his brother, Edward VIII. This period in British history was marked by political tension and the looming threat of global conflict, making coins from this era particularly interesting to historians and collectors alike. The 1938 penny was produced at a time when the Royal Mint was focused on producing coins that were both durable and aesthetically consistent with a pre-decimal currency system. Although millions were minted, relatively few have survived in good condition today, and even fewer have maintained the original luster, giving those that remain a distinct appeal, especially when they show signs of age, such as rust or natural toning. In terms of design, the 1938 penny retains many of the classic features that make pre-decimal British coins so recognizable. On the obverse, it bears the portrait of King George VI, facing left, wearing a military uniform, which is a detail that underscores his role as both monarch and leader during a turbulent era. The inscriptions around the portrait include Georgiev's 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, reflecting his titles as King of Great Britain and Ireland and Emperor of India. The reverse features the iconic seated Britannia, holding a trident and shield, symbolizing Britain's maritime strength and enduring power. The intricate detailing on Britannia's helmet, shield, and flowing robes has made the reverse a subject of admiration for collectors and numismatic scholars alike. Even when the coin has developed a rusty patina over time, these design elements often remain surprisingly visible, adding character and historical authenticity to the piece. The rarity of the 1938 penny is influenced by several factors, including its age, the historical context of its production, and the survival rate of coins in collectible condition. Rusty pennies, while not in pristine condition, often attract attention because they demonstrate the passage of time and the coin's journey through history. Collectors appreciate these imperfections as part of the coin's story, and coins from 1938 are particularly sought after because they represent the pre-World War II era, a period that saw fewer coins survive in circulation without significant wear or damage. The combination of age, historical significance, and condition creates a strong demand in the collector's market, particularly among those who specialize in British pre-decimal currency. In recent years, the auction market has reflected this demand, with 1938 pennies in rusty but intact condition achieving impressive prices. Depending on the extent of the wear, the prominence of the rust, and the overall legibility of the design, these coins can sell for several $68,000, and in exceptional cases where the coin retains unexpected detail despite corrosion, prices can approach or exceed $1,000 at major numismatic auctions. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these coins not only for their historical value, but also for their potential as an appreciating asset in a niche but active market. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1938 penny, there are several practical considerations to keep in mind. It is essential to examine the coin carefully for both authenticity and condition. Even rusty coins should be evaluated for the integrity of the metal, the clarity of the design, and any signs of damage beyond natural aging. Provenance, or the coin's history of ownership, can also play a significant role in its value, so documentation from reputable sources or past auction records can enhance confidence in the purchase. Collectors are also advised to compare market prices from multiple auction houses and specialized dealers, as values can fluctuate depending on the coin's rarity and collector demand. The United Kingdom one penny from 1938 is far more than a simple copper coin. It is a tangible piece of history that reflects a critical period in British and global history. Its detailed design, historical significance, and rarity, particularly in rusty condition, make it a compelling item for collectors. Whether purchased as a historical artifact, an investment, or a centerpiece in a numismatic collection, this coin offers a unique connection to the past and a glimpse into the artistry and craftsmanship of early 20th century British coinage. As the market continues to recognize the value of such rare coins, the 1938 penny stands out as a highly desirable piece that combines historical depth with enduring collector appeal. Next up, we turn our attention to the United Kingdom 1 penny coin of 1936, a piece that may appear humble at first glance, but holds extraordinary significance in numismatics. Despite being a small denomination coin that circulated widely, the 1936 penny has become highly prized due to its historical context, distinctive design, and the rarity of certain minting varieties. We will take you through the coin's history, unique features, rarity, current market value in dollars, and provide essential tips for collectors seeking to add this remarkable piece to their collections. The history of the 1936 1 penny is intrinsically linked to a year of profound upheaval in the British monarchy. This was the year of King Edward VIII, whose reign was brief and historically notable for his abdication, which dramatically altered the course of British history. Although coins from Edward VIII's short reign are exceedingly rare, the 1936 penny generally features the image of King George V, who passed away in January of that year, making the coin one of the last issued during his reign. The 1936 penny thus serves as a tangible piece of history, representing the final stages of a king's long and influential rule. Its production during a period of political and social transition adds a layer of historical intrigue that goes beyond its face value. The United Kingdom 1 penny of 1936 possesses a number of features that make it unique. Struck in bronze, the coin carries the traditional design used during King George V's later reign. On the obverse, it bears a finely detailed portrait of the king, facing left, with the inscription George's V. D.G. Brit. OMN. REX. FD. IND. IMP. Encircling the portrait, which stands for George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse showcases the iconic depiction of a seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a symbol of Britain's maritime strength and enduring sovereignty. Even in circulated condition, these design details, including Britannia's flowing robes and the intricate patterns of her shield, remain appreciable, demonstrating the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint during the early 20th century. The rarity of the 1936 penny in circulated condition is a primary factor driving its desirability among collectors. While millions of pennies were produced during the year, the survival rate of well-preserved examples is relatively low due to decades of everyday use, which led to significant wear. Coins that retain any legible detail, even with light wear and patina, are therefore sought after. The 1936 penny is particularly intriguing for collectors because it sits at the intersection of a historically important year and a coin that is not abundantly available in collectible condition. This combination of historical significance, limited availability, and visual appeal ensures strong demand in the numismatic market. In terms of market value, the 1936 1 penny has seen remarkable figures at auctions over the years. Depending on condition, provenance, and specific minting variations, circulated examples of this coin have fetched anywhere from $75,000 in US dollars. Coins in better condition or with confirmed historical provenance can reach even higher sums. Auction houses and specialized numismatic dealers consistently report strong demand for this coin, highlighting its enduring appeal and investment potential within the collector community. For collectors looking to acquire a 1936 1 penny, careful consideration is key. It is important to verify the coin's authenticity and examine its condition closely, noting the degree of wear, any discoloration, and the legibility of the inscriptions and Britannia design. Consulting reputable dealers or auction records can provide insight into fair market values. Collectors should also pay attention to provenance. Coins with documented history or previous inclusion in respected collections often hold additional value. Additionally, storing the coin properly in a protective holder, away from excessive humidity and temperature fluctuations, will preserve its condition and potentially increase its value over time. The United Kingdom 1 penny of 1936 is far more than a small piece of bronze. It is a historical artifact that embodies the end of King George V's reign and the tumultuous events of a pivotal year in British history. Its unique design, combined with its relative rarity in circulated condition, makes it a coveted item for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Whether acquired for its historical significance, aesthetic appeal, or investment potential, the 1936 penny represents a fascinating intersection of British history and numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Britain's most enduring copper coins, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for more rare coin stories with big market value. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.